The Icons of Real Estate podcast. Are you ready to learn the proven money-making secrets from top-producing icon agents? Ready to skyrocket your business? This podcast is for you. Tune in every week with your host, Tomasz Fonseca, and find out how to implement proven strategies to 10 times your business. From $3 million to $30 million in just 12 months. Brought to you by the Masters in Real Estate Marketing, Arter SEO.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Icons of Real Estate podcast. With us today, we have Amanda Williams, also known as Amanda the Traveling Realtor, and she's in the top 1% of eXp Realty influencers and owns California Furnished Rentals, a short-term rental business in Raleigh, North Carolina. She calls her tribe the World Cappers, helping her agents and brokers across the globe, of course, cap, and start earning 100% commission with the brokerage model. Now, on the most recent trip, Amanda is joining us and traveling directly into the Icons of Real Estate podcast. Welcome to the show, Amanda.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Our pleasure. So, as you love traveling, let's go right in with your real estate journey. Tell us about it.
Yes. So, my real estate journey started in Los Angeles, California, as a private money lender for a friend of mine that was flipping houses. And I made some good money with that, came back to North Carolina and said, I want to flip my own houses. And that's what led me into getting my real estate license, which was a whole other journey. But thank God it happened. And it just flowed after that. We got into a lot of investment properties and then I ended up opening my own real estate brokerage.
Nice, amazing. And how did you become branded as the Traveling Realtor?
I go to a lot of real estate masterminds and I was really, really busy. I actually had just joined eXp Realty. So I had just put my independent brokerage over with eXp Realty. And I was sitting there and I was super busy with clients and flipping houses and like everything, stressed out and sitting in a hammock for 2 days. And I said, you know what, how in the world am I going to marry? I love traveling. I love real estate. How am I going to marry these two? And so that's when I came up with the brand. At the time we did have our long-term rental properties, but we did not have our short-term rentals at the time. But I just wanted to teach agents and talk to other agents that had passive income coming in because I knew passive income was my answer. I just didn't really know exactly all the different ways to get there. I thought it was only owning long-term rental properties, and I was dead wrong.
Okay, and of course, like brief us in a bit on your most recent travels. Like, where did you go, and maybe where do you want to go next? Obviously, like you're on all masterminds that eXp has to offer. I can imagine.
Oh gosh, yeah, I go to everything that eXp has. So, I mean, most recently, I guess it's been 2 years ago, but I went to Cabo for another real estate investor mastermind, and I never left. I just didn't take my flight home, and so I've been there. I'm essentially like living in Cabo. I'm getting my residency right now and buying a retreat center in Cabo San Lucas. So that's the next adventure.
That's amazing. And how and why did you create the World Cappers?
So our whole vision, with every organization within eXp, a lot of us have our little team names and all of that. And so I call our group our tribe. And World Cappers to me means that we're going to have agents all over the world. Right now, we have agents in 5 different countries, but my intention is to have agents worldwide, all over. And I want all of them capping, earning 100% commission. And so that's one of the reasons why we bought this residency at sea, because with the residency at sea, we bought a condo on a ship that's being built right now. And in 2024, we're going to start traveling around the world. And the cool thing about this boat is it's a community. So like, it's not a rental thing. It's literally like we live on the boat. Like it's our house, it's our community, it's our neighborhood, and our neighborhood just moves from country to country to country. And so when we're in these countries, for each stop that we do, we're in that country for like 3 to 5 days. So that gives me plenty of time to go into the country, to do presentations, to meet with real estate agents and brokers, and build eXp in all of those countries.
Wow. And how many people the boat houses then?
There's 547 residences. So there'll
On
be
the
about 1,500 people.
Wow, that's incredible. And when do you plan to do that?
It's being built right now. So it's in Croatia, being built. And so
Nice.
they're saying mid 2024. So like exactly 2 years.
Nice. And then you have an excuse to go to Croatia to go pick it up.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I think we're starting in Italy. And then our first quarter, we're just going to go completely around Italy.
Wow, that's impressive. Sounds a lot of fun. And of course, if you combine the fun with even like driving more business, so it's perfect. Sounds like a dream come true. And you were saying like you're in Cabo right now. Like, do you have any short-term rentals there, or only in the US?
So actually, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina right now. We
Ah,
came back here. We have 18 properties here in Raleigh. So we have Carolina Furnished Rentals here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we also have in Cabo, we are opening the retreat center. So when I finish the retreat center, I'll have at least 20 bedrooms and bathrooms. So that will be used for, other retreat hosts coming in and, renting the entire venue for their functions, whatever they want to do. And then we'll also be holding a lot of masterminds and retreats. And I'm all about like health and wellness as well. And so I really want to push the wellness part of that and the health part of that as well, and teach people, how to detox and how to do juice cleanses and just like get back into your body.
nice. Sounds great. One or out to travel because sometimes
Yeah.
people they're afraid. They're afraid and they see sometimes in the US people never left the country. They think there's nothing out there, and there's a lot.
Oh.
But what I wanted to ask actually, Amanda, is like how does one manage like their short-term rental investment without actually living in the same city or in the same country?
It's difficult. I mean, I'll tell you, you have to have someone that you trust, someone that runs your business the way that you want to run your business. We had someone, and just recently he got sick and he's no longer with us, but we just hired someone else. And it's, that's why we're here. We're here for 3 weeks. We're getting her trained and we're making sure that, she knows everything to do, because this business is totally different. You really have to have an eye for making sure the properties are in top-notch shape and making sure they're clean property. And, there's a lot to it. And that's why, we have the course. I teach other agents how to do this, but there's literally like checklist after checklist after checklist for everyone involved, for the cleaners, for the person walking through, for everyone. So yeah, there's definitely a lot to it. But I think if you find the right people, then you can totally do it. You just have to know, like, I have people come to me all the time and they're like, oh, I live in California, but I want to start an STR company in Colorado. And I'm like, how are you going to do that? And they're like, oh, I'm just going to hire people. I'm like, who's going to be your eyes to walk around to make sure that there's no hair anywhere? Who's going to be the person to make sure that everything's cleaned properly and, turn properly? And what happens when that person doesn't show up for the cleaning, or when that person, loses the key and then there's no extra keys? Like, there's so much stuff that pops up. So it can definitely be done. People do it. But it's difficult. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to say it's easy like a lot of people say it is, because it's not.
Yeah, I can imagine. And if having someone call you at midnight saying, "Oh, I don't know where my key is," and you're halfway across the country, yeah, it can be something hard to resolve. Did anything happen to you? Like, do you have any story to share with us of like a remote when you were managing your short-term rentals from far away?
Oh gosh, like a bad story?
Okay, it can be bad, it can be good. Depends on how we want to take this.
I mean, so I'll tell you this. We really don't do a lot of short term anymore. We're more of 30-day stays. So COVID was a blessing to our business. I mean, it's weird to say that, but we were all Airbnb. And then COVID hit. Of course, Airbnb canceled all the reservations and everyone was scared and didn't leave their house. So the ones that we did market to were the people in like areas like New York City and people who lived in apartments and they had 3 or 4 kids and they're living in an apartment. Now they're homeschooling their kids and now they're working from home. Like, holy cow, that's a lot. So we started marketing to those people and saying, hey, come quarantine with us. All of our homes, by the way, are at least 3 bedrooms, their own acreage. So at least a half an acre of land. So our marketing was, hey, come quarantine with us. You have high-speed internet, you have multiple bedrooms and living rooms and outdoor space, and you have land outside. So you can actually get outside and walk around. And so that's how we filled our property. So within 2 weeks of COVID hitting, when all of our competitors, all of the other Airbnb hosts, a lot of them went out of business, we were thriving. We were 100% full because we pivoted. When you're a business owner, you have to look and see the situation and figure out like, okay, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to go under. Like, that's not an option. So we pivoted to 30-day stays and it was a blessing. And we actually never went back to the Airbnb model. If we have a property that's maybe we have someone checking out and we have a 2 or 3 week period before our next guest is checking in, then we will throw it on Airbnb for a few nights here or there, but we prefer not to. We prefer just using that for 30 days and marketing to people who are relocating to our area now. That's our niche market. And so that's all I market to. So people who are moving to Raleigh from California, that's a big, big market for us. They come in and they stay in our property for 1 to 3 months normally. And then we help them buy a house. So I have a lot of agents here and we just match them with the right personality style from the agent and the buyer. And we make money all kinds of ways. So, and it helps them too.
Nice. And yeah, you just turned like a threat into an opportunity. So like where everyone was afraid, you just saw an opportunity. Yeah. And that's incredibly smart. And even people relocating, like, yes, you don't have to worry about not seeing the house. Like you can stay here for 1 month, 2 months, see all the houses that you can. And like, is it still part of your team, or do you refer them to other teams, or do you sell houses as well?
Yeah. So I only refer them to people who are in my organization. So other perfect. World cappers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's perfect. It seems like you have a nice process there.
Yeah. The agents seem to like it.
And how do you get those leads then, like coming in, like so it's actually a very targeted niche, right? Like California relocating to Raleigh. Like how do you get to them?
Yeah. So we do a lot of Facebook marketing. So Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing. We are in like some local magazines as well. I do a lot of podcasts. I talk a lot about that. I speak at a lot of events as well. And so it's really just getting the word out and letting people know who you are, what you do. We're in the best company ever because with EXP, we always talk. So it's very, very easy for, me to let all of the agents in California know, like, hey, if you have someone moving to Raleigh, I'm your girl. Like, contact me. I can host them. I can connect them with an agent. We can pay you the referral fee. So it works out quite beautifully that way.
Yeah, it's a nice synergy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw another thing that drives you to success, Amanda, is vision board. I think I saw some presentation that you did. Can you explain to our audience what it is and why is it important?
Oh, vision boards. So I first learned about vision boards when I was maybe, 22 years old. I was so young. It was right when the movie The Secret came out. And just for fun, I built a vision board. And I moved probably 8 or 9 times after that, because I was in California, I was in Los Angeles, and I just moved all the time. And so when I moved back to North Carolina, I found that board, and there was only 2 things on the board that did not happen in my life. Only 2. I got the car, like identical. I got the identical car. Nice. I got the ring. I got I got all of it. Right. And then I was like, wow, like that's really amazing. And so then I started teaching vision boards and started doing vision boards again. So vision boards you can do them all kinds of ways. The way that I started out doing it is literally just like cutting out magazine pictures. And then I realized that if let's just say you want a white Tesla. Well, if you find a red Tesla in the magazine, you don't want to put that red Tesla on your vision board because you're going to end up with a red Tesla. You need a white Tesla. So now I teach people, I'm like, you need to go to the internet, find the identical thing that you want, whatever that is. And then that's what you print to put on your vision board. You can do it that way, or we do a Canva shop now. So we teach agents how to do it on Canva, which is super fun as well. And a vision board, you do it, you put it up on the wall, you look at it, you feel the emotions, you feel what it's like to let's just say drive that car. You feel like what it's like to go hike the mountain or go, build houses for families that don't have houses, whatever you want to put on that board. And you just look at it every single day and you just think about, what would it feel like? Because you have to have the feelings that come along with it. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to, do the board and it's all going to come true and I'm never going to work towards that. Like you have to work towards it as well. But it's you putting that out into the universe. And then the universe will literally like start aligning things into your life that will make those things come true.
Nice. And yeah, I need to do myself a vision board as well. And what were if I might ask, what were the two things that you still have left to accomplish?
It was a trip to Africa for a safari, and it was a trip hiking the Inca Trail in Peru.
Nice. That doesn't seem too hard.
No, I'm totally like, I've been trying to plan this Inca Trail thing for like years now. I'm like, why don't I just do that? Like, let's just do it. but yeah.
Yeah, it's just 3 days, right?
It's a 4-day hike. Yeah.
4 day.
You
Yeah,
like go and like, I don't know. Yeah. It's like, I'll probably spend a couple of weeks over there.
Yeah. Nice. I thought you were going to say like, do the Pacific Crest Trail or climb Mount Everest or something like that.
Oh no, I have nothing in my body that wants me to go hike Everest. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It is a lot. So tell me, Amanda, like, where do you go from here? What are your goals? I know you're telling me about your plan, but that's kind of very long term, only 2024. In the meantime, where is your head going to be?
Yeah, so I'm digging in deep in Cabo San Lucas. We're building out this retreat center. We're under contract. We closed July 1st. And right now there's 4 bedrooms and pools and all kinds of cool stuff. And so there's land. I'm 99% sure that I'm going to do more of like yurts and glamping styles, like bell tents. And if you're familiar with like the Tulum style, I want to do like a Tulum style atmosphere. And so that's what we'll be working on, and just really diving in deep to the retreat side of life, and hosting events and just going down that path. That's the right path for me right now, because I was really sick in January and I cured myself. And so it's just falling in line. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's the universe saying you're on the right track in life, and this is what you need to do. Because there's a lot of agents out there that are very, very stressed out, and they're having health problems, and they're going to the doctor and they're getting on medication. And that's not the answer. They're just masking whatever that problem is. But the real answer comes when you really get to know your body and you figure out, okay, what was that? That was energy being blocked in my stomach. That wasn't something crazy physically wrong with me. That was literally like energy blocked in my stomach. And so I want to teach agents about that and how to cure yourself. Nice.
And tell us, Amanda, like, how can our audience reach you? Maybe there's an agent out there looking for guidance, and you might be the answer. Let us know.
I'm so easy to find. I'm Amanda the Traveling Realtor on everything. Like my website, amandathetravelingrealtor.com. I'm that on all of my social media handles. And I personally respond to all my messages. I don't have anyone dealing with that. So that's personal to me. And so if you reach out to me on Instagram or whatever, I will respond.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for coming along, Amanda, and traveling here to the podcast. And let's hope this podcast then travels around the world as well to our EXP agents and new agents. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed as same as I did. And
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see like your plan in 2024 because it sounds unbelievable and a bit hard to believe as well. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna take your word for it.
it's funny because it's one of those things you just kind of throw out there. You're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And all of a sudden, like, it happens. Right. So yeah, we're going to have a YouTube. I already have the YouTube channel, but I'm going to be posting a lot of videos and documenting that entire trip around the world. So yeah, stay tuned.
And up until then, you also have to recruit that certain number of agents, right? So there's also that goal to accomplish.
Yeah, I want 10,000 agents. So 10,000 agents in the next 5 years, and I'm a few hundred right now, so I have some work to do. But what's most important right now is partnering with the right agents. I don't just want like any agent. I want agents that believe the same things that I do. Right?
Yeah.
They're wanting to help other agents with their health and wellness, and when we're all kind of on the same page in life. And so if we can do that, then we can build a community, we can build a tribe, and we can really change the world. So that's what I'm after.
Nice. I hope that you change your world then. Okay. Thanks, Amanda. Have a good one. And yeah, it was a pleasure having you here. Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay. Bye-bye.